Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast. I'm Barbara.
I'm Chris.
I'm Gavin.
And I'm Blaine.
And this is a special coronavirus quarantine, social distancing.
This isn't special. This is our lives from now on.
Yeah.
We're keeping our nice space.
I got an emergency bucket.
You did say that. You
Is
did
it-
have an emergency bucket.
But like, if your toilet breaks,
No, well, no, but that is listed as one of the uses for it. I'm not kidding. That is used as
It's just a bucket in case of emergency.
no. It's a bucket full of it's got 30 days of food. That's sealed for 10 years. And I also got another emergency backpack that's inside, next to the bucket. That's got
no, my dog got into that one already. He ate all the food out of it.
and it's got a mask and gloves. So that's hard to come by. And then a flare and lights and a wind up flashlight with a
Chris
with a
runs out of
radio.
food in his living room.
the ceiling.
Well, and I got little water purification tablets.
That's cool. So
that's
when did you get this?
Like 2016 or 2015.
And it's still good. Expiration's all
It
good.
was for 10 years.
Man, Chad has a lot of hair.
He has a lot
I
of hair.
didn't realize until the
Yeah.
other day.
We should cut his hair next.
I think so too.
Gavin, you want to cut Chad's hair?
No, I don't want to do that to him. I'm no good at that kind of thing.
I didn't.
I
Think
can't
that
even
was you.
draw.
Yeah. I also think
Two completely uncorrelated skills.
Well, I was thinking if it's like carving out of, it's like 3D drawing, really, isn't it?
it kind of is. But with 3D drawing with spaghetti. Or something. Well, what? I guess spaghetti's just thicker hair, so they didn't mind.
Can we, for the
I'll be
next
honest, I
podcast, get
took
a head
that-
full of spaghetti?
I took that way off the rails, and you kicked it further.
That laugh that you just made was completely appropriate for the hat you're wearing.
So I got this hat whenever we were shooting Day 5 Season 2, and we were out in the desert in sandstorms, and I went a couple
Like
days.
Darude.
Yes, Darude Valley.
Darude Sandstorm?
Oh.
Did you hear that, Eric? I said Darude, and you're like, yes, Darude Valley.
No, I thought you said Garude, and I was like, Gerudo
What?
Valley, from Zelda. Sorry.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Anyway,
Oh, Lord. Sorry.
but good one.
No, it really wasn't. That one did not land.
I liked it.
No, thank you.
I
I'll give
liked
you a
it
look.
once it was explained to me.
So do you get it now?
The joke?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I got it now. Yeah. I'm not in the desert often, so I haven't really worn it since, except for once to a crazy hat party. Well, twice, because I went to the crazy hat party twice because I accidentally went.
You left your keys at home?
No,
and
as
you
in
had
I might have mentioned this on a podcast. Did I mention this on a podcast?
You'll have to say the story first, and then
Okay.
I'll tell you if you mention it
Okay.
on the podcast.
I showed up to a party a week early.
Did you just stay?
No,
Just stayed and
but I
waited.
was late to the party. So
late when?
Was
late
it
a week
a
early?
surprise party?
no, it was just a crazy hat party.
You talking about you were late when
I
you
was
were
late
a week.
the first time.
So you were actually
I was
very
actually
early.
really early, but I
Right.
thought I was late. So then I was like, and I didn't see anyone.
A crazy hat party.
What?
A crazy hat party?
Yeah.
What?
What
People-
was that? The hat or
Yeah, this is a hat I wore. So I
he won? He won the party.
So I show up and I'm late and I'm can't find anyone. And I'm like, oh my God, did no one show up and did they leave because no one showed up to their party?
How
Was
big
this
is
in a-
this crazy hat? Is this a stranger's event or you
No,
knew who was?
this is a friend's party.
Was this in a public space?
Yes, it was
so
like
you were
a-
at some bar with that hat.
Yes.
Oh, well, it's a good thing you live in Texas then, because
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
people probably wouldn't have thought anything of it.
I mean, yeah,
Just get some looks.
yeah, especially because I wandered around the bar for 10 minutes trying to find the party. So,
So you're just seeing some lost cowboy looking real concerned.
basically. Oh. What does it say, Eric?
After wandering around the bar for 10 minutes, I've concluded that the event is not today. See y'all next week.
Wait, was it in the daytime?
Yeah, it's an afternoon, Saturday afternoon.
But then I watched a guy steal 2 iPhones.
Oh.
What?
Yeah,
Do you know about that?
I think so.
Oh,
What?
did I tell that already?
No.
Oh,
Where did I hear that?
Were you there?
I think I saw
Were
someone...
you the one who stole the
steal the
iPhones?
She's like, Oh, what?
Hold on, I gotta take a call.
So,
Hello, police.
like, it wasn't one of the demo ones because I guess they're all attached with alarm cables and they just stop working the moment you pull them out of the store. But when you ask for an iPhone, they go into the back and get you one that's boxed up and stuff. So a guy had asked for two iPhone 11 Pros or whatever, the most expensive ones. And then I watched him, like, take them from the guy, and then he dropped them. I don't know whether he was about to just sprint, but fumbled them. So he, like, put them both together, but I guess the boxes slipped on each other. So they went, like, woof. And he was just, like, fumbling around on the floor, and everyone in the store looked at this guy, and he was like, and the guy helping him sort of stood back and was like, okay. And he was like, one of them rolled under a table and he like picked that one up and then he picked that one up and everyone in the store was looking at him and he just like edged towards the door and then bolted. And it was like the most awkward botched theft I've ever seen.
Was this guy
And
by
then-
himself?
No. Then I watched another guy in the store sprint after him. I was like, oh, is that guy going to go and grab him? But they just ran off together.
What?
I hope that
it's like
guy like tells that story. He's like, yeah, man, I went in there, I fucking stole 2 iPhones. It was the coolest
They
shit
had
ever.
no
In real life,
idea.
he's like, oh,
It was the worst steal I've ever seen. And I guess because, I mean, if you've ever worked in a store, I worked in a supermarket. I was told, don't bother stopping people when they like smash and grab shit. Just get out of their way. Well, okay. So, I mean, I'm a child, right? So I went around the table. I poured everyone's water, pouring everyone's water, we're sort of running out. I did a little dribble in Dan's cup to be funny.
Yep.
Sort of like half
baby.
inch. Yeah. And then I poured mine. And then he flipped it on me by taking the other bottle of water and pretty much holding it upside down in my cup, overflowing it onto the table. It went all down my legs. It was freezing, and I had a wet shoe all night.
And the moment that this happened, the waitress had walked right up behind Dan and
I
witnessed
was
this
looking
entire
at
thing.
Dan with the waitress behind him while he was like this.
But the funny thing too is right over your shoulder that Dan was like looking towards was a mirror. So he just went. and he like I've never seen Dan go from just like 60 to 0. He was just like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
We're just having a laugh.
And she was like,
Oh, you got the accent. It's cool.
any drinks for the table?
Yeah, and I had to be like, I am so sorry. I take full responsibility for my idiot friends. We'll clean it up. Things COVID has proven. Number one,
Did you get sauce?
What is wrong with you?
He just
Chris.
came running back laughing with sauce.
Sorry, I didn't interrupt.
what happened?
I just ran to go get some beer, and there's that fridge back there, and
Yeah.
it's like dark because the fridge doesn't have
I
a
would say
light.
he's had
If
enough.
this story is he went in the fridge and found sauce, and that's what's funny, my mind's gonna explode.
That's not what
Okay.
happened. So I the light for the fridge doesn't turn on, so it's pitch dark. And I fumble around and I feel there's a beer. There's 2 beers. Okay, cool. And I fumble more and I find a jar. And in my head, it was, these are those like alcoholic cherries. And
What else could be in a fridge?
Well, it's a fridge with all it has in it is beer. There's a big keg and beer.
There's some other stuff in there, I think, too.
Well, apparently there's pasta sauce. Because I thought I was like, this is probably those alcoholic cherries because or what do you call that peach schnapps or something or
Moonshine.
or moonshine. I was like, I thought it was something like that because that's the feeling of the jar.
A mason jar.
Yes. So I grabbed the jar, thinking it's some sort of alcohol, and I don't realize it's pasta sauce until I come onto the set. So that's why I was
Really quick. To recap, Gavin said if the story is that Chris found pasta sauce and thought that was funny and that's the story,
You went, no.
Well, no, because
that is the story you just told.
no, Blaine, that's not because I didn't.
If I were to write the synopsis to this movie on IMDb, I would say man laughs because he finds pasta jar sauce.
No, because
Pasta sauce
Also, why
jar.
did you bring it anyway?
no,
Even if
because
you thought it was
that's
cherry?
what I'm saying. The
It was
difference.
only when it came into the light.
That's why it was different. I didn't see it in the fridge. Say pasta sauce. this will be good.
I understand.
So I didn't intentionally grab pasta sauce.
But what you're saying is you were intending to bring some alcoholic cherries onto the set.
Yes, or
Okay.
or peach.
Some peach.
But when he
moonshine.
came into
The light. I didn't realize it until I got here. That's why I was laughing. That's the
Look,
difference.
I'm not gonna lie. It's not funny, but it's exactly what I described.
I generally have kind of like blinders on in real life.
What? Whoa.
So I don't like I'm very hyper aware of whatever I'm focusing on.
yeah.
I'm not sure that's true.
No, I am. When I'm focusing on something, I'm like incredibly attentive to detail and very
Except for when it comes to like spelling and grammar, I will agree with you.
yes.
What color shirt was I wearing when we walked past each other earlier?
I don't care about what shirt you wear, Gavin.
Right.
So
Black.
it's not part of my. It's not.
It was this one actually. I was always wearing this.
Yeah, I don't
question.
care. I don't care what people wear. I don't care what's on the walls. I care about whatever I'm thinking about. And so I'm like very.
Okay, what's on the walls?
So when I'm focused on something, that is what I'm focused on. So it gives me abilities for.
Well, guys, by ignoring walls, I can apply all of my intellect onto what's right in
It
front of
gives
me.
me ability.
I couldn't fly because I didn't notice the color of the wall.
I think it's fair to say Chris is sauce.
I'm not.
Well, we have still a post show to do, so let's continue talking about your abilities in the post show. Thank you guys for joining us today on the Rooster Teeth podcast. Please wash your hands, stay safe out there,
Keep your distance from other people.
practice social distancing, act as if you have the virus, and keep others safe because you might not have any symptoms or have very low symptoms, and other people could be very much affected by it. So stay safe out there. We're going to try to keep making content for you guys as time goes on, and we love you. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.